What's up guys, and welcome to my channel Flame with a 4. In this video of Build the Ecto-1 we are going to be doing the BGM-340 guidance system, and that looks a little bit like this. Bear with us while we go grab the pieces out and we'll be back in just a sec. Okay guys, we now have everything out, and I'm just going to bring them back here a bit so they're not out of shot. The first thing we need to grab is going to be this little piece, and that is 54B. So look at that, isn't that cool? I like the way it's all cut out there, and it looks like, you know, it's vented. So it's really cool. So we need to just grab these little sections here. So these are 54C. They don't say that they're handed, but there are 2 of them, so you shouldn't be able to get them wrong. They've got 4 holes and they look like that. They will slot into here, and I'll just show you how that goes. So it just slots in, so it makes the edge of the box like so. I'm going to show you this one up close so you can see. So then this one will then just sit in here, push that down, and then that is now created that little box there, so without the top. Right, so after you've done that, it's asking us to just install this. So we're just going ahead straight away, popping the top on. So we're going to make figure B. That's figure A, which is what it's asking us to make. This is going to be figure B. Putting that on there turns it into figure B. So you need to make sure you got it right way round. You need to make sure that the knobbly bits here, the black side, is facing away, and the bit that overlaps with the 2 tabs needs to go on that side. So it looks like that. And then it's got the overlap along the top there on the silver bit, and the black bits along there like so. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put in 4 AP screws to hold all that into place. We'll go do that now, and we'll be back as soon as that's done. So there you have it guys, that's what that should look like at the end of that stage there. So you should have all the pieces in the bottom with using the sides in now in place, and the AP screws holding those 4 in to make that little box up. The next thing is going to be on this black section here, which you can barely see, and we need to put these onto them. So what it's saying for us to do, it's saying that these are 54E times 5. They are little snap tabs, so what you need to do is just snap them off. When you've snapped them off, they just go into the circular pieces on the front here. So all you need to do is, if it's as easy as that, is you just push them into place. So there's one that's been put in there. As you can see, it's raised here. We need to go ahead and do all of those. So I'm just going to just snap them off quickly just to see how easy they are to get them off. So there should be 5 of those, and then there is another reel of them here, which is just 2 more, and those are 54F. So 54F, it says times 2. I'm just going to peel these ones off too. This can go now, will go in the bin. You don't need that, so I'm just going to throw that down, and then you just pop them in little holes. So just pop that in that little hole there, and then just pop this one in, and then there's one that goes in the middle. Pop that one in there. And then the next one goes in there, and then stick that one in the middle there. So then they're the ones that they want, the 5 raised ones just there. And then now we need to go ahead and put them other 2 in. So we just need to peel that off there as well. Break that off. And break that off. Again, once you've got them 2 off, you can just throw that plastic piece away. You don't need that anymore. I'll go in the ocean. Right, and then the next bit is just slotting them into position. One there, and then we just need to slot the other one in as well. Just pop that in there. And then they're not loose or anything, and they're not easy to pull out. So once you've done it, you should have a face that looks a little bit like that. So they're the other 2 that go into place. They're 54F, and that says times 2. Right, so the next thing we need to do, guys, okay guys, that is now how that is supposed to look. So I did it round the wrong way so that this was upside down. So in the other video it's completely wrong, but I will have to go back and edit that. So there we go. So that's how it should look like at the side, so that when we have this upside down like this now, we should be able to add on this unit on the top here, like so, and then we can pop in the 2 AP screws. But that's why we do these videos, guys, so we can mess it up so you don't have to. I'm going to go pop these 2 AP screws in here, and I'll be back in just a sec. So guys, there are now 2 AP screws in there, and then that's holding that on so that the whole face section now looks like that. Doesn't that look absolutely fantastic? So once you've done that, guys, what you need to do is face it back up that way again, and you need to take this section, which is 54D, and 54D just sits on top here, has a little locator lug which goes into that hole there, and that will just sit on until it goes into place. And then underneath here, there are 2 screws that go under there, and they are IP screws. So they're a little bit thicker than usual, and they just need to be popped in the bottom there. So I don't know if I need to fast forward through doing this bit, because when there's only 2 screws, I tend to just not worry about fast forwarding through because they don't take long to do. I just want to make sure that this is right. Yeah, there is a little locating lug on there, so that's fine. And then put this one into place. Let's just pop it down for a second. You see the struggles we go through. Whoa, 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 whoa. Guys, we're going to do this, okay? Right, so, here we go. Screw that down. Not too tight. And you can see here that the locating lug is coming through that hole there. And then they're the 2 IP screws, one there and then one here that we're now put through there. So that makes that kind of that base section for it to sit down like that. So it should look like this as we go along. So that looks really cool. So now what we need to do, it looks like maybe we're strengthening it or something, but we need to take a lot of KP screws. So we do have a lot of KP screws, and we need to take these last 4 remaining brackets, and they will need to sit on there at the side like that. And then the other one will need to sit on the side like that. And then we need to turn it over and do the reverse on the other side, putting those into place. I'm going to go do that, guys. Once I'm done, I'll come back and show you what it looks like when I'm finished. Well, there we go, guys. That took a little bit of time, but that was worth it in the end. So with those brackets on the side there, you will find that those are 54G. They're all the same brackets for both sides. So what you need to do is you need to pick KP screws 1, 2, 3 there. Then there's one holding it down the bottom there. 1, 2, 3 there. One holding down the bottom until it looks like that. Repeat that on the other side. So it looks like this, and that just kind of sets it off and makes it look really industrial. So I really like that, to be fair. So that's held it all together, and that's really strong, such a strong piece now. We do now need to attach it to the vehicle, which we will go ahead and do. We just need to pop away our screws, so we'll just go do that. As you know, it doesn't take long to do that. So we just need to pop away the spare AP screws. Is it the AP screws? So it's going to be the IP screws that we used to hold it down with. So I'm going to leave those 2 of those out. Pop that one away, and then take the KP screws. We've got 3 spare KP screws here for a later date for something else. Always good to have spares. I'm just going to pop that in there. And these are going to be the 2 that we need. So what it's asking us to do, I'm going to bring around the base that we built in the previous issue, because we're going to be building onto here. And it's saying for us to pop this into place. So I just need to see how they want us to do that. So it's showing with these 2 pieces here, it's showing that that is kind of furthest away. So the back of it, well, the front of it is facing the chair. So we need to do it so the front of it faces the chair. So it goes into place like that. It's kind of got a locating piece for it to sit in place, so that's how it should go. Turn it around that way, that's what it looks like. So that looks really cool. It's saying for the pipes, there's a place for them to go into a hole, so I'm not sure how easy that's going to be. So it's saying for these pipes to go underneath this, so you probably want to do that first. Pop those 2 pipes underneath there. and then they need to come out the other end. They need to feed through, and then they need to go through a hole down in the bottom. I'm not sure how easy they are going to be to put them in that hole, but we will try and do that. And then once I've done this, I'm going to go ahead and fiddle about this. Once I've done this, I'm going to show you what that looks like when I've done, and I'll come back to that in a sec. So I'm probably going to have to use a smaller screwdriver or something to push that in, and maybe get the tweezers again and push them into place. So I'll see you guys in a sec. But there you go, that's now into position like that. So this is what it should look like from the back once it's in place. So we should just go loop over the top like this, and then go underneath there. You can always pull that under taut a little bit more if you need to. So that just goes around there, under there, out the side, and then into the back, into those two holes in there. But they are really tricky to do. It's better to get a flathead screwdriver and push them through if you can. That seemed to be the easier way for me. And then I'll show you this side. That now it looks like that. How cool does that all look? It's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? So there you go, guys. So that is that issue now complete. I can't wait to do more of this with you. We'll just have a quick read through. There's a little bit about the setup, how they did the small weld, how they obviously did all the filming. So it's just so good. You need to read this, because look at that. I know I'm spoiling it for you, but look at that, all that. I'm showing you the set and how it's all done. So really cool. Really well made, showing the monsters, how they created them, how they did it. It's just absolutely fantastic. So much good reads in here. People making the backpack themselves, how they did it. Everything is just really good. We are going to be moving on soon, and we're going to have another 4 issues. In the next 4 issues, we will have these parts coming very, very soon, building on to this as well. So can't wait to do that with you guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe just by clicking down here on the subscription button. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Remember to set the bell so you don't miss out on any more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care now. Bye bye.